What's up, guys? So today I have a pretty exciting video. Over the weekend, as you guys know, I got the GoPro Hero 6 Black, and I took it to Lucky Lad Farms in Eagleville, Tennessee, and just spent the day with these two things. I have my camera bag and I have this, and this is what I want to show you guys. This is what I think, in my experience, the best rig for on-the-go filming. So in my camera bag, I have three cameras. I have the GoPro Hero 6, which shoots killer 4K video, shoots 1080 at like 240 frames per second. I think 120 frames per second is probably the best usable slow motion footage on the camera, but it, like, the 4K is brilliant. Stabilization on it is really good. You'll see some of the clips in this video. I didn't have a gimbal. I didn't have, for any of these cameras, I didn't have a gimbal. All I took with me, I wanted to travel light, and I didn't want my cameras to get in the way of me having a good time with my kids. So this rig and this bag, I think, is the best on-the-go travel rig that I could possibly come up with. So let's start out with this. So what I have here is the Manfrotto selfie stick. I'll put a link in the description on where to get all of these things. But this Manfrotto selfie stick stretches out to like 5 feet. And then what I've added to the bottom of it is this is a monopod base. And what this monopod base allows me to do is it allows me to turn this selfie stick into a tripod. So let's say, for example, I needed to take a family picture like this. That was done with this setup. So this is the monopod. This is a stabilizer. So what I did most of the day is I kind of held this with my finger and kind of let it loose a little bit, and as I moved around and took footage, the weight kind of held it in place. It was awesome. So here's footage of stabilization and me just walking around with it. So now what I have is this extendable arm that I can stick up in the air, and I can put my GoPro up in the air so I can get sort of like aerial footage, like this shot.
Is that you, mommy?
Oh, here's another one. So what I did on the hayride is I sat this like this, fully extended it, and I put my feet right here, and I didn't even have to hold it. Even though when you look in this video, I'm like kind of holding it because I'm nervous, but I put my feet down on here, and this thing isn't going anywhere. It's a little wobbly, but so this, guys, to me, is the best scenario. The only other fixation that I've used for my cameras, and it fit in my bag, is this accessories zip tie mount. So there are a couple times that I strapped this to a tree branch, or I strapped it to a fence, and I got this shot. So these two pieces, what I can do is I can put a 360 camera on, or I can put my GoPro. So in my bag, I have the Insta360 One, which has amazing stabilization, and it's tiny and takes wonderful video. I also have my Ricoh Theta V, which I'm also trying out. Just got this over the weekend, well, 2 weeks ago-ish. So I've been doing stuff with this. This is the Insta360 footage right here. All right, let's go.
No, how many minutes?
5 minutes.
I say 10. What? It's 4:13.
I also did the same footage with the Ricoh Theta V. And what I did here was fully extended it.
As you ride along the trail, you will see plant life and critters we call Tennessee holes.
I asked Mr. Doodles, the star rooster of our corny tackle show, to tell you more.
Enjoy your ride. Welcome to our wilderness wagon ride. My name is Mr. Doodles, but my friends call me Dude.
So the last item, and the one that's most recent to my collection, is the GoPro Hero 6. And what I have on here is, it's in the frame that it comes with, and then I have this tripod mount that I simply screw on here. Okay, so, and what I've done is I've tightened this just enough so that it's stable, but it's loose enough that I can turn it back and forth. So I can turn it like this, close these arms, and I can go through and do kind of a shooting shot. And you can already tell how stable this is. See that? So I did a lot of my shots like this. It even works fully extended. Huh? So I did these up in the air shots. And what I like about the GoPro Hero 6 is it has a screen on it. So I can just look at my screen the whole time, see what's in frame, and get some amazing shots. Then when I want to do some blogging, I can turn it around like that and talk to myself. It's sad when I talk to myself. But, so there's that. Then I can just have it sitting there like this. What else is there to do, guys? The only other thing is, if you want this to be a little bit more stable, you can get a weight from any sporting goods store, and you can put it right here. So now that you guys have seen my rig, I want to show you how I put it together. Okay, so here we have, this was the base of a monopod that I purchased at kind of a liquidation place. So the links in the description are not to this exact base, but I found a link to one that I feel is comparable. And I believe the one that I found online is on Amazon is probably better than this one. But what I like about it is that it's compact. Okay, and it's a little bulky. It's got maybe like a 2 or 3 pound weight to it, which makes it very stable when you put it down on the ground. And this particular one has a ball joint where you can put things in different directions. So let's say you were on a hill, you know, you could set it up on a hill like that. But I honestly have never used it. What I like to do is I like to screw it all the way down so I know it's perfectly perpendicular with the ground. What this one has in particular is it has a 3/8/16 thread, which is basically a thread that you would put a tripod head on, or it's the bigger thread that you find on a lot of tripods. And then this right here is just a little adapter. I bought a handful of adapters on Amazon. I'll put a link, and I've used those adapters on just about every tripod I've had when I want to attach something to it that doesn't normally attach to it. But what this is a 3/8 adapter to a 1/4 20. And then what I love about this guy, the Manfrotto selfie stick, is that it's got a 1/4 20 on this side and it's got a 1/4 20 on this side. So all I have to do is screw it into this foot, which makes things super useful. This Manfrotto selfie stick has a tiny top. So most of my 360-degree cameras, this is invisible. One more thing that all three of these cameras are wonderful at. Ricoh Theta V, you turn it on, set the mode, and you hit a button. Okay? You're walking through, and as long as you got it in the right mode, you just hit a button and it starts recording. Boom. You don't even have to think about it. Insta360 One, hit it once, it takes a picture. Double tap it, it starts a video. As long as you got it set up in the video mode that you're going to use all day, boom. Simple. Gopro Hero 6. It's got menus and it's got different viewing angles and different things. But what I did was, the beginning of the day, I set this camera to the viewing angle that I wanted. I believe all the footage was in 4K, 30 frames per second, and then ended up being wide view. And what that's going to allow me to do is, most of my videos are going to be in 1080, so I have this huge crop factor that I can frame my shots and do a lot of things with. But once you have that set, you hit the record button on the top, and within like a second, it starts recording. Screen turns on. The only thing, and I believe there's a setting somewhere, but after about a minute, the screen turns off. So if I'm recording a video that's more than a minute, that was a little irritating. But I believe that's a setting that I can set up. But you guys, story is key. Spend time with your family, don't spend time with your gear. That's what this kit's about. It's mobile, it's light, it's travel. Like, literally, you can put this kit anywhere. You've got 360 capabilities. You've got, if you're in the woods or you're, you know, in the ballpark where you've got like a rail or something. In the city, there's all kinds of places you can strap this to. Street signs. It's just a great accessory to have. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you make better videos. And I hope that it takes time away from your gear so that you can spend time with your family. Peace out, guys, and see you on the next video.
Stop.